0 starting. Hey guys, Spiffbane here. This is my first commentated VOD with the aid of Denray, who I hope to be tag team commentating with soon when we meet up. In this match we have Stork versus HwaSin on Zodiac, called the third MBCgame All-Stars skin match. First game. So Zodiac's pretty straightforward map. Each start has an easy natural, and then there's a big open center with a few additional raised bases around the center that are linked up with 2 ramps, and then there are 2 islands. So it's comparable to a lot of the other pro game maps that have been put out ever since Lost Temple, which it still resembles. So we have HwaSin at 12 o'clock and Stork at 9 o'clock. And I pronounce it HwaSin. I noticed Tasteless in some of his VODs. It says like HwaSin with an SH sound, but I don't know where that comes from. So, alright. Looks like we have, well, too early to say, but it looks pretty standard so far. Stork is going 8 lawn, 10 gate. We'll see if he drops the gas on 12. Or I guess on some maps with 9 or more minerals, you can actually make a simulator at 11 probe and still be able to consistently produce. Standard build here for HwaSin also, and this I think is actually a pretty recent evolution. Terran, if just for factory timing, they actually save up to about 250 or above 200, and then they send 2 SCVs, build a refinery and barracks at the same time. And the way that timing works is the refinery will finish and he'll mine 100 gas at the same time the barracks finishes, and you can drop a factory immediately. I think before that people always just did barracks at 10 and then refinery at 12, and there's really no need to use that SCV to build the barracks earlier and not mine minerals, because you'll have more than 200 minerals anyways when the factory finishes, or to start the factory. So he is building some marines. Also notice he builds the barracks in a good position next to the command center so that the marines can fit in between, but not zealots, in case Stork sends any that way. Factory starting. And we have cybernetics core that's done with Stork here too. So, and he starts the range upgrade. I also noticed that HwaSin took a couple SCVs off of his gas once after he dropped his first factory. So he's probably planning an early expo build. This works too, so instead of getting surplus gas at this early point in the game, he's actually getting as many minerals as he can to start the command center earlier. But he still keeps 1 on gas, maybe so he can do like a quick mine upgrade or something like that. So, let's see. I'm actually pretty bad at speaking about games while playing them, so hopefully this turns out cohesive. I've noticed I've already missed some details here, like the starting scouts. Not sure what the status is those, who's seen who, and which start locations they've been to, but I should be able to pick up on that pretty soon. So, Stork is sending out 2 goons out. He drops a robo, so this could be for early observers in case HwaSin's going to go fast mines, or Reaver, which is really popular in PvT nowadays. So Stork chases, or targets, but doesn't chase that SCV. He's going to try to find the base, do some ramp harass. And HwaSin has a few marines on his ramp now at this point also. HwaSin SCV is still traveling. So it looks like HwaSin's SCV went to 5 and then 1, so he still hasn't gotten to Stork's base yet, but now he's sending there. Unless I missed something, but I think that was the path that he took. So you notice that Stork will put his goons really far up, so at this point HwaSin wouldn't know whether Stork dropped an early Nexus behind those. A lot of details like that pros will pay attention to, and even more common players always keep the opponent guessing, obviously. Stork is also building pylons like in the far corners of base, just to watch, give him more time to react to dropships, things like that, which is really nice. So with early siege, I haven't seen the command center yet, but it's got to be finishing up pretty soon for HwaSin if he did this early siege mode upgrade. It's just a defensive fast expo build. Stork is planning on dropping his Nexus soon. Okay, so we see that SCV's going there, so the command center is landing soon. And then of course eBay to follow up. Good for DTs, stopping shuttles, that kind of thing. It's just the standard early defense fast expo. Stork still no Nexus, so he might try to send in these goons against this, but I don't think it'll do too much damage because of where the tanks are located. So this barracks HwaSin's floating in gets him a good view of Stork's build. So, okay, he's going in. He's going to try to shoot at these. Now, it's going to be really annoying to shoot at the tanks up on top, although he does have observers, so he can consistently target and not wait for the tanks to fire to get vision. So he backs up after taking out 2 of the tanks, working on some SCVs. So right now this exchange has been okay for Stork. I would still say that his loss of goons and his killing only 2 tanks and a few SCVs is probably not worth delaying his expo that much to mass these goons. So the Nexus was started, and unless Stork does some sort of Reaver or something like that, I feel like he'll be starting to get behind at this point in the game. But we'll see how that goes. More goons. And HwaSin increasing his factory count at this point. His expo is already paying off greatly, and he's mining at full 2 bases. So what do we got here? So HwaSin dropped a turret back. Watch for shuttles or. So Stork is doing a Reaver, and this is usually a pretty good response. Of course, the Terran's going to be watching out for this, but if he can take advantage of the Terran's spread, 2 spread bases, he might be able to pick off some SCVs with the Reaver drop, help balance it out. While his expo starts paying off himself. So I'm not sure. Okay, so he's actually loading up some zealots onto the shuttle. So maybe he's going to go for a ramp break or a choke break here, with dropping zealots on the cliff and then sending in the goons shortly afterwards. And the Reaver. Okay, so I think he's gonna see. So this is a pretty good position for Stork because he has the flexibility of either using the shuttle and goons to try to break the choke, or just kind of look threatening and then send the shuttle to just drop Reaver and at either of the 2 bases and try to pick off some SCVs. So, see, he decided not to drop there. Too many vultures in the ground. Probably not a good idea, but his micro bit takes out a vulture there. So here he goes. Okay, so he dropped the zealots on the farthest up tank. He's going to send in the goons after. The zealots are dead, though. So he killed a few units, but that still was not. I think with just the Reaver, it's going to be difficult for him to drop because the tanks can now pick it off pretty easily. Although he does. Oh, okay. So he did pick up a goon there. Yeah, this is rough for Stork because he's not gaining much ground here, and HwaSin's still mining with his 2 strong bases.